Welcome, other Arctic animals, and if you don't know who I am, I'm lawnguy. I make some of the most god awful videos on the internet, but I'm pretty good. I'm a pretty good Bugs Bunny player. I like to consider myself, and I understand that's a very difficult character to learn. It's probably one of the second difficult characters, with Tom and Jerry being number one. So I just want to share information that I've learned over learning how to play Bugs Bunny, and I hope you find this useful. Let's have our lingering love. What this will do, if you don't know, Bugs will do his kiss to do things, but the kiss will linger there. Like there will be like a bubble that run into that. They'll get hit with it, and this is an integral part because if you don't have this, the combo for the kissing thing is basically useless at that point. But if you do this, I'll just show you what it basically does. See, if you do that, it'll leave like a heart out, and if they run into it, oh fuck, I didn't mean to do that. Oh god. But if they leave they walk into it, they'll get charmed, and you can get like a full-on left click there. The next thing I want to talk about is the ice to beat you. What this does is this hits you with any projectile. God damn it. This hits with any projectile, like a pie. It will freeze you. But what people don't understand is that frozen thing really affects you more than you actually think. Combining this with the weakened status, like it does so much work to you. Like it really allows you to really move around the map without having to deal with anything. Now the other two perks I have, these two don't really matter. They really just only matter depending on your playstyle, because everyone has their own playstyle. For me, I like to juggle people more, so I'm gonna have the triple jump, which allows me to hit an extra jump when hitting an enemy in the hair, which allows me to juggle better, because that's what I like to do. That's my playstyle. And also have up in a slay, which does 5% more damage with my attack, with an up attack, which helps just get more damage when trying to juggle. Let's keep in that. So I mean, that's all it basically is. For like perk wise, that's all you really need. Though the two mandatory ones are Lingering Love and Ice to beat you. The other two is just depending on your playstyle. You'll just find it out eventually. But now before we talk into movement, between like combos and stuff, I first just want to talk about movement. Like Bugs Bunny he's a pretty light character, but it's hard to hit him in a way. So movement is very key to success. If you can just run around the map and just keep him just running around the map, people won't be able to hit you. You can get more shots on. You can really help get like juggling there. So one move, if you don't know, if you haven't done the tutorial yet, which this move is taught in there, is a dodge jump, which basically instead of like normally dodging or just running over or just jumping over, it's gonna take a lot slower. So let's say let's say I hit someone up, I can't get to them in time. But if I were to do a dodge jump, which a dodge jump, if you don't know, is if you run, you dodge, and you jump up. This just makes it run faster so you can be able to hit people. So let's say I hit someone up, I can dodge jump and I'll be able to get there. That's a really good example, but this is very important because this jump here is so integral to Bugs, because it will literally lead into so many combos, make it really hard for the person to hit you unless they're spamming Finn, of course. But you know what, that's not an issue. So let's say I hit him up, I can then spam up and I can go to get there. So now now I'm gonna talk about like certain combos. So we're gonna first talk about neutrals. His first attack is this hammer. If you fully charge it, which is really realistic, it does a pretty good amount of damage. Our next thing is our up arrow, or for me, our up neutral, which is also that hammer. It's the same thing, but this just hits you up more. Like that. It's really not different. The same thing for the keys. The only different key is your sides right here. Your side neutrals. If you hit that once, it just does this. And what this will do is it will just lead into a lot of combos here. I really recommend this. So basically, if you do here, I didn't mean to do that. See, and then they get frozen and you can lead into that combo right there. That's a nice one to do. Alright, those are basic combos. Our next one is just down hammer. Is going to be the pie. Sometimes for me, I kind of fuck this up a lot. This is something I had to work on. Is I keep on doing the hammer instead of throwing a pie. But that's what down arrow throws a pie. If I, yeah, like that.
Sorry, dog.
Alright, now let's move on to aerial stuff, like neutral and stuff, neutral attacks. So if you played the game before the beta, make sure you have neutral attack. You have neutral attack binded, because if you didn't play like starting, if you're an early player, that would not be bind for you. So I just want to make sure that you have that information. So now aerial attacks. Aerial attacks, there are some fun ones here. So an up is just a classic hit, just spamming up and W. It's just a baseball bat, the most satisfying thing ever. Now an up arrow, regular neutral, is going to be the spinning thing. One important thing about this spinning move is it's basically true to size, which means it will only hit the opponent where your arms are spinning. That's something to keep in mind. But this is also a very good thing for juggling, also getting people in the air. It's very important. I recommend you learning it, because one thing you can do is you can dodge jump and you can hit like that. And then you can hit stuff like that. I kind of missed there. But you get the gist of it. Our next are going to be our side movements here. Our jump side is basically a bunny kick. And the bunny kick is one of the most satisfying things ever, when you hit someone off the map like that. Bam! Alright. You get the gist. It's such a fun thing to just do. Just run around and like hit people off the side of the map. Our next up arrow is down, just a hammer. This is very important for like juggling, if you're gonna get into juggling stuff. So what you can do is, you know, you can jump up, you can hit up, and then if you hit it right, you can just basically jump in, just start juggling people, which is nasty. Yeah. You can just be able to do that. The sound on this is amazing. See, like that? You can just do the combo here with the side. There's a bunch of different things you can do with this, but my favorite thing is just juggle people. I'm not doing it very well right now. But one of the like things about like this neutral here is if you, it's kind of hard to do on keyboard, which I play. But if you do a dodge jump here and you just spam down, you'll be able to get them eventually. You have to be a bit closer, like that. Yep. I'm still working on it. I'm not the best at it. Of course, that won't happen in game, but you get it. Our next we're gonna work on is our heavy attacks, I like to call them. You can call them whatever. I like to call them heavy attacks. Our regular neutral is going to be a safe. You throw it down target and you hit the safe, and then you can hit it and it'll do damage. But one thing you can also do is you can use it in the air, and what this will do is it will basically stop you from like throwing things and like stop your momentum, which could be good for you if there's someone like camping you. Another thing is when it breaks, when the safe breaks, it will drop an item for you. What I did with the dynamite, it's kind of hard to show right now, but it basically drops an item, and that's just a very cool, unique item thing. The unique thing to bugs I really like. One of the things about bugs that I do like is just what you can do with them. There's so much recovery options. There's so much fun things to do. It's a difficult character to learn, but once you learn, it's just so fun and satisfying. So once again, you can just throw down a save right here, just boom. You can hit people if it frozen. It's an aerial with the thing. That's one of the important things. There's a lot of aerial things, like things that you can throw and hit people with. That's why you really want this Ice Beat You perk in the game. It really helps. So our next one is going to be our up. Our up is going to be an arrow with a rocket, but the thing to remember is those rockets can fall back down. But this is also good for like recovery up on the side here. I mean, that's what I usually use it for, but you can also get some nice combos with it, because you can see some of them, see that once you put it, it comes back down. There's gravity in the end. You don't know, so that can lead to like really cool clips and like combos and stuff. Our next thing is our side movements for our K, regular K, and that's going to be the charm. And that's why you also want the linger. If you know what the charm does, it just charms you, and then you can get like a full throw down there. Now for the aerials. The aerials, we're going to start up with the simple, just regular, neutral. Also placed on a safe no matter what. Our aerial side is a rocket. Same thing on the other side, it's a rocket. That goes to the side, and then it's a rocket up. But our different thing in the... Oh shit, I forgot to mention this. For our neutral, so you don't have to jump for this, you can just barrel if you down arrow. What this will do is you allow you to like aerial down here. And you can just keep on going into it. Not like that. I don't know why they did that. But you can keep on going into this aerial thing. Like that, and you can get some nice things going. But also one thing cool about it is if you throw it on safe, it'll come up the other side. Then it'll go back down. The cool thing. This would talk about the item. So that's basically the gist of it. It's basically the same things up, but the only difference is instead of charm, you just get a rock on the side. This is also really good for recovering farther on the stage. Ooh, just missed. It's good for like recovering on the stage. It can also be used for some like cool combos. So one thing I want to talk about is ledge grabbing. So basically, you basically do the same thing as many other characters. You just jump up and you just keep them bashed. If you want to add some style to it, what you can do is you can jump up here and you can throw down a save. You have to be off edge though, like that. Like that, and it'll basically kill anyone that's underneath it. This does take some timing, but once you get it, it does become kind of cool if you can get it. Same thing with the rocket up. You get a rocket up and fall down, you hit someone with it. It will be kind of cool. So, that's basically all the movement to talk about. It's a bit difficult, but like once you play a couple games, you'll get used to it. If you just remember the dodge jump, it'll be fun. But let's just talk about the beginning of the game. This is my usual combo what I like to do. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It just tries to give people like to push them and move them to where you want. So you like spawn in there, he spawns in there. What I like to do is I like to throw an early pie, try to hit them, but at the same time as the pie throws, I like to throw down a rocket and then just attack them. It can get, this works very well for you. This can get a lot of damage done for you, and it's quite easy. Just start off like aggressive. Oh, a thing I forgot to mention, if you just hold down, nothing else, you'll pull down a box from the Ace hardware store, of course. And then eventually you'll like find things, and then if you just press, you press up your pickup key to pick up that item. You'll basically find some stuff. For some reason, I just can't find anything right now. But yeah, you'll eventually pick something up off this box. Eventually, I don't know, it's not working right now, but you get the gist of it. So, like my start right here, I like to throw the pie, I like to do that, and just hit him up. Sometimes you miss, sometimes you don't. It doesn't really matter. So what I like to do is, you try to want to keep your space with Bugs Bunny. If you have someone constantly in your face, the only way to kind of counter that is the charm. But sometimes you just can't get enough time to that. That's why you just want to keep your space with Bugs until like your time is right. Just kind of want to play slow at first. So try to hit like a pie, try to get something in your advantage and slow them down. Kind of have to play this. You don't really. But like my playstyle, I like to juggle people. That's what I like to do. So like I will like just dodge jump up, and then I'll just like try to hit them in the air. Or I like to do some of those. The bunny kicks are really fun. Boom. I See, this is one thing. The hammer is true to size, as I like to call it. So it will only hit around where that circle is. So you have to be kind of careful on that. And it's also one thing I've learned the hard way. So you sometimes will miss some hammer with those. So let's say they're like off the arena. This that spin move is also good for like juggling, like getting people up in the air. Just dodge up in the neutral and then you just go down. But one thing, if they're like off on the side here in this arena, you can just hit that. You can also get some nice things like that. But one thing I like to do is I like to just do the bunny kick. This bunny kick, if they're on the side, is super good. You can't be for bugs. You really can't be afraid to go off the side. And that basically goes for every character in the game. But it's very important that you do, because you can get a lot of kills that way. And you also have so much recovery options with that. You have just so many recovering options. Yeah, you don't have that many rocks able to do, but you have so many recovery options from like side and up. There's one thing I also want to show you. If I have instant cooldowns right now, but if you use up your rocket, what will happen is you literally turn into a helicopter on the up and on the side. This is just also adds on to the recovery of everything, and it's so nice. Oh, I almost did it, but it's also so nice. I mean, you get the gist of that. I mean, yeah, that's been like the thing I've said so many times. But I mean, it also takes practice to get used to it. It's taken me like a week just to learn him, but like once you learn him, you will become a dominant force inside the game. It just takes some time and patience. You're gonna lose a couple games, which is fine. It won't really hurt you, but you will win those games back. That's a nice play there. You can also hit them there. Ledge grabbing wise, if they're trying to go for the ledge, you can hit them with the rocket. You can hit them with the safe on the side here. Like, you hit them with the safe on the side, or if you're playing further away, you can throw a pie and then a rocket, and then that might be able to get them. But one of my favorite things is these bunny kicks. So these side kicks are so nice. And they're so much fun to do, especially on the side of the arena.
Oh man, I'm like still here.
Or a bunch of like combos you can do. I prefer juggling. I don't really do a lot of other combos. The most will be that. But I just prefer juggling. It's just a lot more fun to do, in my opinion. But I mean, your playstyle will differ. Everyone has a different playstyle on this. Everyone has a different star. Everyone just basically has different everything. Oh, there we go. Here's my H, and I can throw it, and then it'll be a different item every time. You have dynamite, you have the TV that'll spawn in the guy, and you have another thing. I don't really know what it does. I think it's just regular projectile. Then you have the sandwich from Scooby, or not Scooby, Shaggy. It's a bunch of different things. But I mean, you'll learn eventually. I mean, I'm not the best. I still have to work on my movement. I also miss things like that, but... Oh!
So long, Jack.
I do mess up some things, which it's unfortunate. I still need to work on that, but I'm not the best player in the world. But I'm decent. And if I can help any other person with bugs who's been starting, I mean, might as well. And the only reason why I started playing is because of the character. It's my favorite Looney Tunes character. Ever. So, I mean, that's basically why I played him and picked him. Yeah, him and Tom and Jerry, but he's a mage, so you have to be careful of that. You have to remember that you're super lightweight, low health. You can get easily knocked down by like the big robot and like other tanks. And those tanks can be hard to get out of the arena, which you just have to watch out for. You just have to be cautious of that. But I mean, otherwise from that, I mean, you should be fine. I've been saying like the same things over and over again. Oh well. But yeah, you should be fine if everything else happens. One thing I do recommend is just mastering. If you do want to play with the juggle, I just master this jump like that. The dodge jump. So you can get that hit. Some people can like constantly do it for like a super long time on the ground. I don't know how they do it. I don't understand it. I think it might be just like a controller thing. But I basically do that. It's a bit riskier, but so what you basically do, you run, you dodge, you space, and then you go hit up, and then you can hit that beautiful combo right there. Well, I think that's all you need to learn. Honestly, I mean, you'll eventually get used to it. You'll eventually get used to everything. I hope you learned something. I hope this helped you. I hope this helps you. But
Did someone
thank you.
say
Thank you.
Scooby